Feels good to be 5-0. Feels good to get a win tonight in Death Valley against North Carolina State. It feels good to be in control for majority of the second half. As far as the game goes, I think Clemson was well in control for majority of the second half. North Carolina State came with that late score, but I don't think it really mattered. How do you think everybody perceives this win tonight for Clemson?
I think they like the consistency.
Okay.
Oh, we're talking like analysts and whatnot.
Yeah, we're talking national, all the yahoos like that talk for a living.
There's gonna be a way to down talk the win.
Yeah,
they're gonna create it's one of those like the SEC bias, like
right.
Somehow for whatever reason Missouri's gonna be a better team than number 10 ranked NC State, so. That struggle win that Georgia had.
Yeah.
Better than
it just means more, right?
The Clemson win. So
yeah,
it just means more.
Unfortunately, I pick on Mark about all the time about, I mean, think about how good the ACC Coastal is, and I would put ACC Coastal, not Atlantic. I mean,
the Atlantic is insane, dude. I mean, coming into the day. We had 4 undefeated teams in the Atlantic.
Yeah,
and I mean, you can say what you want about whoever those teams played, and I'm sure some of them have played some weak opponents, and so have we. But at the end of the day, if you got 4 undefeated teams in the same division of a conference, like that's a pretty good division in a conference. I don't care who they played.
And think about this: State and Florida State when they play next week, that's an elimination game,
right? Absolutely.
Because both of them got one loss, and if Clemson slips up somewhere, and hey, we forgot Syracuse. I mean, Syracuse is balling right now. I know they beat only Ragnar, but they did beat Louisville, and Louisville has the potential to knock somebody else too. So we're looking at some teams that are coming down the road. Who might give us some trouble, but that game between State and Florida State next weekend is an elimination game.
Yeah, they play next weekend, right? So
right.
So State has to win that game.
Yes, both of them. Both states got to win a game.
Yeah.
So or they get eliminated. So that's crazy.
Both states.
Both states.
Yeah. So hey, man, that's crazy. And Clemson got to keep winning because they got a 1-game lead on Wake Forest.
Yeah,
I mean,
Wake Forest is good, man. Everybody wanted to, including us. We were hypercritical of the Clemson defense, and they were extremely bad against Wake Forest. Like, I mean, I think we might have had a record. I don't know what the pass interference record or penalty record is for a secondary, but Clemson might have broke it last week.
Yeah, bless his heart getting that. Who was that?
There's a lot of teams that would struggle with Wake Forest's offense. There's a lot of teams out there that would struggle with that offense.
Yeah, that pass interference call tonight in the end zone was a flubbed up call.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
For all the times you get called out for pass interference.
That on that last drive, I think was it the last drive that North Carolina State was going on when we got the roughing the passer penalty. Was that the last drive?
That pretty much ignited the touchdown.
Yeah, that was a flop.
Yeah.
He got pushed into Devin Leary, and Devin Leary flopped like he was LeBron James on the basketball court.
Right.
It was ridiculous, but whatever.
Just to throw something in there real fast about we're talking about ACC play. Georgia Tech just upset Pitt.
Did they really?
Yeah. 26-21.
What was the score?
26-21.
26-20 with Georgia Tech?
Yeah, on the road.
What is Pitt doing? What happened?
I don't know. Maybe they came out of spike. When I was looking at it earlier.
Good Lord.
9-7.
They were like, "Hey, Jeff Collins is out of the building. Now we figured out how to freaking win games." Is that what happened? Hey, shout out to Georgia Tech.
Sometimes.
Shout out to Georgia Tech.
And again, I keep trying to tell people, if you go look at some of these games, a lot of these teams that are playing, like, hey, let's play this slow down game. They're beating teams because of that. Missouri tonight is a perfect example. We're going to slow you down by playing. We're going to play our safeties back in. And what you saw with NC State. And you saw when NC State finally, we didn't capitalize on it, but when Bo Collins got loose, if he would have hit Bo Collins on both of them passes, man, that score would probably have been like 44-20. I mean, he had Bo Collins wide open on two of them, boy. And that's all we needed, man. And that score would have looked a lot worse. Because I think we both said double digits. I know Jordan disagreed with us, but we both had Clemson win by double digits, me and you, Carver. So that game, that score doesn't indicate how good Clemson played tonight. And we missed a lot of open receivers going down the outside. But when NC State came out of that coverage, they was in trouble. And I knew it. When they couldn't stop the run, we had them beat. You know, and those running backs, they played a heck of a game, Shipley receiving, and Mufasa came in and ran through a couple of tackles, man. And DJ led the team in rushing tonight with 73 yards with 2 touchdowns. That's just amazing. We haven't seen stuff like that since Todd Boyd left.
Yeah.
So hey, that's just amazing, man.
Goodrich 10 gets in and says Clemson is trying to run Kobe Pace off next. I don't think so, man. He's hurt. He got hurt in the last game. He got his ankle kind of twisted up in the Wake Forest game. So I was surprised that he saw the field at all tonight. Honestly, I saw him out there. I think I saw him out there only once, but I was surprised to even see him out there.
Right.
Because he is hurt. So I don't think we're trying to run him off, but I do see what he's saying. He's not getting a ton of touches this season.